adversity makes you smarter. So I said, well, how am I going to sell this board game? Because the price was $200. That's a lot of money. And so I started to write a brochure. And the brochure turned out to be Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Everybody turned me down. And again, as you guys know, salesmanship begins when the customer says no. So I said, how am I going to get past the book publishers? And that's when I started writing my little brochure, The Story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which turned into the book. They still turned that down. I called a friend at a car wash in Austin, Texas, Keith Cunningham. And I said, I have 1,000 books. I want to put 12 in your car wash. He says, yeah, on guaranteed sale. I said, yeah, if they don't sell, I'll take them back. And so I put them in his car wash, and I kept calling. They're not selling, they're not selling, they're not selling. And then one day he said, they're all gone. But that book traveled to a guy, this doctor friend of mine, and he was a diamond in Amway. And he took it to his upline diamond up in Dallas. And from there, the floodgates opened because I was saying the same message that they teach their entrepreneurs about business.
You know, when you're the CEO, when you're the founder, the conversation that's not being had, everybody sees all the nice things that come along, but every single thing that happens in this company that's wrong is my fault.
Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act, and you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. With people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
When you walk in the room, when you start a business and you start to talk about somebody, you're never in a vacuum with no competition. Unless you're just extremely lucky. And if there's going to be competition, that means somebody else knows your business as well as you do when you get started. And if you walk into a competitive environment and they still know more about the business than you do and more about your customers, you're going to lose.
It's very tough to be at the top of something, even when it's going great. Vayner's going great. This is not even like, Wall Street collapsed and we lost a lot of clients and we have to have layoffs. This is like we're rolling and we're the best and we're crushing, and there's always things to worry about because you know that there's no, it's India's fault. Everybody here at some level, all the way up, can still say, it's Gary's fault.
2008 was brutal. 2008, we had the third consecutive failure of the Falcon rocket for SpaceX. Tesla almost went bankrupt. We closed our financing round 6 p.m. Christmas Eve 2008. It was the last hour of the last day that it was possible. We would have gone bankrupt 2 days after Christmas.
I think it can get very lonely. You do recognize, it's amazing to me, for as much of a communicator and extrovert as I am, how much I keep in my own mind, how much is going on in this noggin every day, calculating, strategizing, thinking, and there is no vacations. I desperately love national holidays, and I can't wait for Christmas and Thanksgiving because everybody else is checked out, and that's the only time that I'm able to be off.
SpaceX is alive by the skin of its teeth, so is Tesla. If things had just gone a little bit the other way, both companies would be dead. And I one of the most difficult choices I've ever faced in life was in 2008. I think I had maybe $30 million left, or $30 or $40 million left in 2008. I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it between the two companies. But if I split it between the two companies, then both might die.
Have you done something dumb with money and it's discouraged you? That's all of us, baby doll. That's all of us. You could have a PhD in mathematics and be a financial ignoramus. You can have a master's degree in finance and be broke. because of your behaviors. Now I went bankrupt after becoming a millionaire in my 20s. Just starting from nothing again because I'm so stupid I had to do it twice.
When you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, or building something, it's like a child. And so it's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I split the money between the two. Fortunately, thank goodness, they both came through.